Alright, what's up, y'all? Let me change scenes real quick. Alright, so this is a donation deck from Marcus Ewald. I see Marcus in the chat. And I think he called the deck, what was it? Predict a Peer? I don't remember. But basically it's a Peer into the Abyss combo deck. So the idea is like you cast a bunch of rituals, cast Peer into the Abyss, draw half of your deck. Probably gets you enough cards in Storm to Tendrils your opponent out. That's the thesis of the deck. Now, I have some concerns about the exact construction of this deck, which is, first off, I don't think you can actually beat Hole Breacher or Narset. Spoiled cards analysis? Well, we already went over that, where I said Grief seems unbelievably broken, but I don't know. The other ones seem pretty straightforward, so I don't know. Oh, Peer decked. I see. So I'm worried about Hole Breacher and Narset as a baseline with this deck. Like, Leovold's also bad, and like cards like Thalia and Yaotig are not great. So a few things going on there that are worrisome for the deck, but I don't know. You do have 4 Force of Wills, and you do have Predicts to draw some cards, so might not be an issue. Think what I actually think is I want to play 1 Chain of Vapor, and I want to play some number of Sedgemoor Witch in the sideboard, just as like a transformation. I think the first Massacre is worth quite a bit, and I'm not sure I need all of these counterspells. I think they're just maybe too many counterspells. Accumulated Knowledge over Predict. I don't know. Probably like kind of doesn't matter too much. I would guess that Predict is actually better in this deck because you care about going slightly faster, whereas AK in a much longer game would be better. So yeah, I want to play 1 Chain of Vapor over the second Fawn. And the other question is, well, there's a few questions like, is Duress appropriate? Is Defense Grid good? I think Grid is probably good, just to have more cards that force your opponent to like interact with. Like if you're just planning on force checking your opponent a bunch, Grid is good. I also wonder if you should splash a color in this deck. Wait for like Monster Mentor Teferi 3, green for Veil of Summer, and like Abrupt Decay. Red for Power Blast. There's like a lot of options, but I don't really know. It's kind of hard to figure that out without trying it. So I'm gonna have to try it in a sec. So I don't know. It's like I think I just have to figure it out. Yeah, I have a Chain of Vapor. I have a Hercule's Recall. I have a Teferi's Realm, which sort of works. And there's 2 Fatal Push. I'm not sure you need 2 Fatal Push. There's also a Massacre. Like, I don't think you want to play 9,000 bounce spells, especially with Solve the Equation in your deck. But I think like the first copy of each of those is worth a bunch. So I'm just thinking out loud. Oh, you haven't died? Cool. Who would have thought that you died? Like, that's kind of ludicrous, you know? Like, dying seems like something you shouldn't want to do, you know? They don't have that many. They have like 2 or 3 copies. I think you're probably remembering a little bit too many. That just cured your depression? Well, that's good to hear. Anyways, yeah, so I'm thinking about the third Sedgemoor Witch over like the second Fatal Push. I guess the problem is, do I expect Sedgemoor Witch to solo my opponent ever? And should I just play like 4 Duresses or something like that? I kind of want to cut this Fawn from the sideboard. It looks kind of not great to me. I think I'm going to cut Fawn for either a Duress or a Witch. What are my thoughts on the 4-color Witherbloom Phoenix deck that got 3-1 in the prelim? If you link it, I'll give you some thoughts, but it doesn't sound great to me, is my preemptive baseline. I don't think like mashing those combos together really does anything except give you a really, really sketchy mana base. Is my like baseline opinion, but obviously I haven't seen the deck. Alright, so let's fix that. Alright, so I think I'm going to try this as a baseline. I expressed concerns about a bunch of things, but I don't know what the answer is yet. So we'll try this, you know? Oh shoot. I remember. Right. I had another wish list by accident, so it overlaps, which is not what you want. Alright, I'll click on it real quick and give you my preemptive opinion. Yeah, I hate this mana base. Like, I mean, really what's going on here is this deck is propped up by cantrips, and so it mostly works. But I think your mana is really sketchy, and you're like vulnerable to like all of the hate cards that hate out Storm, pretty much. So I think it's like not strictly a worse Storm deck, but I think it's like not great personally. But you were asking about the dragon and mono white stacks. I think it might be worth testing. I don't know. I'm not an expert on mono white stacks, so hard for me to say that, you know? Oh, whoops. Oh, god damn it. I added it twice. I have to go back to it again because I'm a doofus. Alright. Alright, now we have exactly 1 copy of the deck, instead of 2 or a different copy of a different deck adjoined to it, which is also not what I want. And then I have to go get the deck, and then we'll get to a league. And, you know, thanks for everyone being here. Force of Negation just plummeting in price. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? You got here just in time for me to play this deck once it gets traded to me. I think I owe a few chests to the new subs. Let's see, who subbed? Oh, Force of Negation really plummeting quickly. That's insane. That's so funny. I guess it is like an efficient market, so things can happen faster. SOL tryhards. Yeah, something like that. I think Grief is an insane card, Nicholas, if that's your primary question. The other ones are, like, fine, but interesting. So yeah, I've never played this style of deck, but I think we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't like that deck because unlike in Legacy, where you can brainstorm the bad parts back into your deck, in Modern, if you draw the bad part, like the combo pieces, it like gets pretty awkward. So I think that's like a big issue with it compared to Legacy. Careful Study doesn't solve it because sometimes you just want the Protean Hulk to go search up your Carrion Feeder plus Revel Arc from the library. Like, Careful Study is not the answer, like, necessarily. Because if it's just in the wrong zone, you can't go fetch it from your deck. Like, the old kill had, like, Carrion Feeder, Body Double, Revel Arc. Zach, I've thought a lot about Flash Hulk over the years, which is the original combo from Legacy. Brainstone, I don't think is what you want in those decks, but Brainstone could show up somewhere. It's a cheap artifact for Urza and things like that, for what it's worth. I don't know, like, I could see Brainstone showing up somewhere, but it's going to be a weird one for sure. Well, one thing about Unmask is you can't unmask yourself with that card if you want to discard your Gristlebrand, which is actually a big difference. It was not... It just kind of dominated that GP, Storm Shadow. It wasn't really Menendian. In fact, I think Menendian had, like, one of the worst builds at that GP. He played, like, too many combo pieces in his deck. Like, most people played the Kiki kill, but Menendian had, like, Arcbound Ravager and Disciples and, like, a bunch of zero-drop artifacts, and I think that was just worse than playing the Kiki kill. Alright. I'm gonna update this to Cardboard Live, then we'll get going into a match. Because we do update Cardboard Live on this stream. Virgin Sliver didn't exist at GP Flash Comical Flop. So that's why Future Sight hadn't come out yet. That was like my second GP ever. I played Esper Fish. So I remember pretty well. Yeah, it is. You have a pitch a black card, but that's not a high cost. Can someone tell me if Cardboard Alive is updated? Sam says it looks good. Storm Shadow says it looks good. All right, I assume it's good then. All right. No, let's go to the Legacy League and just refresh Sten. Usually refreshing fixes it. All right, so match one with Blue Black Predict. And I've never played this deck, so it's science, chat. fine. Oh, whatever. Fortunately, preordain does not work with Force of Will, or with Predict rather. The Swamp's not great, but the Force is not great too, actually. Alright. No, because it's scry 2, draw 1, you can't do it with Predict unless you cast on a later turn. But I think it was just worth casting the preordain on turn 1, so that's what was going on there. All right. Three, 4, 6, 8. Should I wait one more turn? 3, 4, 6, 9. I think I'll wait. I don't want to play my C out because it'll just get wasted. I want to use the C as a Lotus Petal. Well, it's not that awkward because I actually want them to pay life. And yeah, I also think they have Force. It feels suspicious, you know? It feels like a Force. I don't really know what gives it away except... that's bad. I think I can still wait. Alright, well, I can't really wait another turn, I think, now. Well, now I can't really wait another turn, I think. But we'll see what they draw. The problem with waiting another turn now is I'm like literally dobbed to like a bolt or something, so that's not good. Alright. I just hope that I tricked them somehow. 2, 3, 4, 5. I was kind of hoping that they would stifle, but they didn't. Alright. Yeah, I tried, but it didn't work. That was my plan, obviously. Alright, I guess I just have to cast this. Oh, that sucks. They had force pitched over. Couldn't really, like, not do it. And if they have a bolt, I lose, so it's okay. I mean, like, there I just have to cast my thing. Now I'm very likely to lose. Yep. No big deal. Just like hard to win when I didn't draw more cantrips as well. The problem is I don't think my opponent's going to side out lightning bolts. I don't even want to side in Sigil Witch. I think I'm going to side in grids and fluster storms. And side out like solve the equation because it's like clunky and yeah, just grids and flusters. I don't want duress because I think that's like not even really what I want to do. I might cut like 2 predicts because we can't really sit around forever. That was just like kind of an unfortunate game because like I needed basically how do I put it? What did I actually need in that game? Probably a little bit more like spell mana, and I could probably like try to like overload them on one turn, but my cards didn't really work that way, so I kind of just died instead, which is fine, you know, it happens. I tried to bait the stifle, but they didn't even have stifle, so there was no stifle to bait. No consideration. I think this is actually a keep. I think just the value over replacement of defense grade is so high, and I'm going to just fetch main phase to play around stifle. Yo, Ob Villain, thank you for the sub. Should I force? Feels like I should actually. Alright, that's fine. I mean, now they have no lands in play. You think I should have waited, but I didn't even have more lands, right? That's the issue. I think the Fluster is going to be good, actually. I think I should just keep both of these, to be fair. 1, 2, 3, 5. If I get 2 thresholded Cabal Rid, it's good enough. One, 2, 3, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I don't have threshold. I think I should just wait. Yeah, but the problem is I think that was a scenario where I couldn't wait on that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I think I can wait another turn or two. They're not actually killing me, so this is a scenario where predict would be quite good for this, I guess. I think I'm just gonna shuffle. I think that's just too bad to draw those. All right. I'm gonna wait for them to commit something. So I think they do. Alright, yeah, now I think I can just initiate on my turn. They didn't have anything? Okay. Resolved awfully fast. No, my opponent died that game because they had no threat, so good beats. Maybe I want Fatal Push on the draw? Well, I like... Well, maybe I should just cut Foul for Duress, but it's better versus Stifle. I don't know what they had, man. Alright. Think maybe this is good, actually. I don't know, though. It's like the Force of Will versus Duress versus Predict. I don't really think I want Fatal Push. I don't think it's that necessary. It's like okay to buy a little bit of time, but... Alright, I think I'm gonna play 2 Duress, 2 Foul, but it's not really scientific. Also, this is my first match with the deck. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play the push, but there are no hate bears. That's exactly it. So I think it's probably just not good enough on average. No, I don't think that's worth very much. Like, it's anti-synergy, except if your grid resolves, it's so good for you because your deck, like, how do I put it? I'll let someone else explain it, actually. Oh, that was a really good draw, actually. I think I'm going to predict away Preordain, actually. Which sounds funny, but I think the duresses are valuable, to be fair. Especially if my opponent just goes draw go like this. So yeah, I'll just say go. Yeah, I don't really need to force of will my opponent because they're like an inherently fair deck, is how to put it. Is this Stomp? Is it Stomp? Sure. Oh, I should have predicted after Stomp was cast. Because if they want to daze that, then it forces them to pick up a land. Oh, interesting. Alright. gonna take Fawn. I think I can navigate through that stifle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have to keep the ritual, but it's like not great. Oh, they're playing Bone Crusher? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. If I don't draw Pure for 2 turns, it's bad. But if I force this becomes a 4-4, I go to 16, I buy a bunch of turns, so I think I actually am supposed to force it. I'm just doing the math on how many turns I gain by doing that shit. I'm holding this duress because I need to check on that very last turn. Kind of infuriating, but I also don't think I can bluff my opponent into stifling my fetches with this setup, most likely. So I need to draw the Pier. That sucks. So like I could actually beat the force if I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or one. I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously I'm dead because I just didn't draw one con, but you know, that happens. I think they wanted to leave up hardcast force, but it's like whatever. I don't know. I literally have no idea, to be fair. Anyways, we're 0-1, which sucks. Aboid, and I owe a chest to Aboid and Cuddy's Gem, so let's see what's in those chests. But yeah, being 0-1 is not ideal. I don't think this is worth anything anymore, and I'm sick of these iTwitch avatars. Alright, let's see what we got for Aboid. Probably not worth anything either, to be quite fair. Alright, so, no, game 2 I saw defense grid. Oh, you mean for them? I don't know. Maybe they... I mean, they probably have like a null router or some shit. But, you know, at game 3, I mean, I don't think I can mulligan my hand. Ask Marcus Ewald about that because this is a donation deck. And Marcus, I believe, is in the chat. Oh, sure. I'll start a prediction for round 2. Will I win this match? I'll give 2 minutes for you all to spend channel points to gamble. But yeah, we're 0-1. That's okay. Games are kind of close, so, you know. Yeah, Force of Will is better versus like Oops All Spells for sure, or some stuff like that. Like Discard's not universally better than Force of Will, but oh, I see. It also makes Pact of Negation a lot better because you can pitch Pact to Force. All right, y'all get your predictions in. Will I win this match? Click that predict button. I'm gonna hold the match a little bit for people to vote before I draw my opening hand because I don't want to spoil the result. Type / prediction. So far, no one has bet. Oh, someone has bet. Who has bet so far? Are people betting yes? Someone should bet no because of the odds. All right, someone has. All right. So, yes. All right, well, this hand's quite bad. This hand's, I guess, fine. You don't have permission? You should have permission to, like, at least place a bet. You like, if you click on the thing, you should be able to place a bet. You put 1K in no. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, in some countries it's not allowed. That's right. Right. I forgot. Sorry. Even though, like, these points are fake. Alright, well, I think I'm going to bottom Pact of Negation in this hand. I don't think you want to bottom the Cabal Ritual, because I think that's good with your Peer into the Abyss. I think the cantrips and Predictor are all good. So, like, really the only card that can go is Pact of Negation, I think. Yeah, it's Gambling Laws. It's definitely Gambling Laws that, like, mean some people can't click the Predict button. No, I think that's just, like, asking for trouble. No, that's not why. Land's good, Tendrils is not. So, I mean, like, Tendrils eventually does kill them, but I think generally I would prefer not to it. I would guess Doomsday is on average a slightly better deck, but it does occupy a similar space. Also, I just noticed my opponent 61 cards, so probably elves or goblins then. Oh, you live in Nevada? I got nothing then. I literally don't know why. Hey, what's up, Azax? Ooga Booga Explorer. I don't know what that made me laugh so much, Musty, but it does. Alright, if you want to cast Predict, you actually have to fetch first, because that's how it works. Versus Basic Island, I'm just going to fetch up another Underground Sea, because I think it's relatively safe. I think I'm just going to cast it. Upkeep, I'm going to predict away my Tendrils, I think. I have 2 Tendrils in the deck, so it's okay to predict one away. Be considered playing Uro in this deck? Not really. Do I need to? I mean, like, I'm straight blue-black. What is Uro getting me, I guess? I think I can just go slow if they're going slow, to be quite fair. It's giving me 3 life and 1 card, that's true. Oh, looks like it might be Sneak and Show. One, two, three, 5, 7. I might just wait, 1, 2, 3. I think I might just shove this turn. I mean, I guess what I could also do is just solve for force. Should I solve for force? Or should I just go for it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. I guess solving for force is fine, yeah. Solve for Pact? But I can't Pact on their turn if I need to, like, counter their show and tell, right? Because, like, it doesn't work on their turn is the actual issue. This is like merchant scrolling for force. I mean, I could Dark Ritual to pay for Pact. I don't think that's good. This looks like show and tell to me. I don't know what gives it away. It just feels like it. Oh, I don't care about this. This is like Stifle Knot or some shit instead. Which means I'm just going to try to kill them on my turn. I can't even cast this, 5. I would have needed both to resolve to cast it. What's the opponent's name's Alienator. So I guess I just let all of this resolve and just cast Preordain. Oh, I can just Tendrils them. You're right. You're right. Yeah, so I just force the days and cast Tendrils targeting them. Good call. Do I pay for this? Probably not. Good call, Matt. I knew there's a reason I keep you around. That was kind of sweet. Didn't get to resolve our peer, but just like had the manual tendrils because they paid a bunch of life. Alright, so won game one. That was kind of a sweet one, honestly, but expect the postboard game to get a lot harder. So I don't know what my opponent's deck exactly does. Feels like this is not great again. Do I want the pushes? Probably want Flusterstorm though, to be fair. I could side up Forces actually and just try to grind. That might be better in this matchup. Because it doesn't seem like I actually need Force of Will versus them. And like maybe cut... No, I think it's just like Stifle Knot with Scroll of Fate to another way to cheat and Dreadnought, if I had to guess. Obviously I'm just guessing right now. I have no evidence one way or the other. Alright. Oh, did they pitch Standstill to Force? Oh, I didn't even pay attention. Oh, they did. Okay, whatever. You are correct. They did pitch Standstill to Force, so... I'm just gonna mulligan. This is better because, like, my first hand had 3 Peer into the Abyss, and this one only has 1 now because I'm just gonna bottom the second, but 2 cantrips is good. The second Peer is just such an easy bottom, obviously, because it's like redundant. Just firing it off. They counter it, whatever. It's fine. That's pretty good actually. So I guess I know what I'll be doing the next few turns. Like I'm just gonna fire this into a standstill, even if they play one. Like I don't care. That's fine. I think I just want to fire all of them into them. Alright, I guess I'm casting Brainstorm this turn. I mean, I could go for it. Oh, hold on. I don't think I should. I think what I should actually do is just cast Dark Ritual next turn and see what happens. Because I think I'll have 1, 2, 4, 6. Coil Ritual is 9. So I have room to sneak in the Duress next turn. I think you can wait exactly 1 turn. Or if they do something else, like I can always play Defense Grid and see what happens, I guess. So Okay, sure, you got it. Alright, good night, Marcus. Yeah, I'll post it. You want to float a black here. Leaving a black floating is super important. I might end up casting a bunch of packs. Let's see, how many packs do I have? I guess it works out. I was checking to see if I was dead. I didn't see this Cabal ritual. Cabal ritual makes it pretty easy. I could technically cast another Pier, but I don't see any real reason to do that. Now I could just fetch for Island. Oh, I guess I could just Tendrils them, actually. Now that I have sufficient Storm. Yeah, I was clicking through my hand. I had too many cards in my hand. I went peering for cards. I could have even like played a defense grid or something. So that worked out well, but obviously I think this matchup seems pretty good for me. So 1-1 now. Again, if you're new to the stream, if you just arrived or you haven't been here before, if you want to support the stream, following is free for you to do and much appreciated. And if you have a Twitch Prime sub you want to use here, it would be appreciated. And remember, use it somewhere. If not here, use it on one of your support streamers. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some more water. Be right back for match 3. Alright, I'm back playing match 3. It's really nice here. It's 79 degrees outside. I have my window open, and it's still sunny out enough that I don't need a bright light shining on me. So everything's just kind of great right now. Valencia and Bova. Usually play like white, blue, miracle stuff. This hand's excellent. So in order to set up a predict here, Like, basically you need to fetch twice before you do it, or I could burn the pedal to do it, but I think the pedal is more valuable. I think I should still just cast it, though. I'm gonna get a basic just in case if they are not playing Miracle instead. But, you know, it's kind of whatever. I think all of these are good, actually. Second Pact is, like, kind of useless, so I'll put that on the bottom, but we'll see where we end up at. I think with basic island, I'm okay just fetching and seeing what happens. Land's good, second predict's not really, so I can just shuffle away the second predict. So upkeep I'm going to predict naming predict, I think. I think that doesn't matter. I mean, like, it might. If it ends up mattering, it's because my hand didn't develop well. But I think I'm still supposed to just let it go and hope it works out. I think I want to shuffle these two away next turn. I think I can wait exactly one turn on that. Like, this does not kill that quickly, to be quite fair. So now I'm missing just solve the equation or peer into the abyss, essentially. They didn't activate their Stoneforge. That was weird. Why didn't they activate Stoneforge? Oh, they misclicked, I guess. Yeah, it was a misclick. Oh, did I pay out the last match? I didn't. I need to do that now. Too late to start one for this match. I'll probably start one for game 2 and game 3, I guess. Sucks. I don't have a lot of time anymore. Battle Skull does kill like relatively quickly from these spots, but I might just not crack this fetch because it buys me one more turn, except being at 1 with Pyramid Abyss doesn't really work. So it's kind of awkward. Oh, also that gets me to the correct amount of life total, actually, for them. So, whatevs. So I need, like, solve the equation or peer into the abyss quite quickly. I think I can probably force it through. Pun intended. With 2 Pact of Negations. That two shots me, so I should actually force it, I think. Alright. I think I just have to let this resolve, because if I force it now, I go to 5, then that's a 2-shot. So by letting this resolve, it doesn't, like, really change anything. So... Five, 8, 9, 10. All right. Problem is going to 1, like, actually matters a lot. Shit. All right. It sucks. If they don't draw another force, I'll probably be okay, but, you know. Alright, well, they didn't draw it, so, cool. They can't even plow right now, can they? So this works. Yeah, the missed germ gave me just enough time, which was nice. Obviously, like, I think I probably should have lost, but, you know, sometimes you get lucky. Alright, like these. I think I can side these out, actually, and I think Massacre seems okay, and Defense Grade is decent. Better looking than good, I agree. I agree. Generally, I don't think I need solve the equation in these matchups. But then I'm gonna side out 2 packs for 2 flusters. The pack's kind of nice too. I don't think I want to side out the predicts. I just like Massacre as an answer to like hate creatures, so maybe for that reason I should actually leave and solve the equation and side out like 2 predicts, but it's kind of close. Actually, like, Pact is like not even that good versus hate bears is the problem, and I expect them to be on hate bears, so I think I can just do this. Although Maybe just having like one force in is good. Good grief. Oh, that's funny. Maybe one force is good. Nah, I kind of like to solve the equations. All right. I'm not sure about defense grid. Defense grid might suck, actually, but we'll get to that when we get there. Reluctant keep is how I would describe this. If I draw a cantrip, it's pretty good, but no, we don't. And that's okay. Like, I don't know, like, you could play Witch Claw over solve the equation. I agree with that. I don't know if it's better or worse. It's like definitely an option. I like that mountain. The Mount Fuji mountain is one of my favorites. Choose not to shuffle. All right. Sucks. How strong? I don't know. It's like okay. This is a donation deck, like I said. So I'm trying it out. I have no idea. This name's Downforge Mystic. It's bad. So now the plan is to mostly be sad versus Narset. Maybe I should have sided in Sedgemoor Witch Blind, because it would be pretty good here. I didn't side in Chain of Vapor because I don't think it's great versus this style of deck. If they leave on top, I'll just predict myself. Alright. Back to basics, huh? Okay. So I don't think Rip is that good versus me. Which I guess is kind of funny to say, but I just don't think it is, so. Again, if they leave it on top, I'll just predict myself. Yeah, Norset is something identified as a problem for this deck. I already said that. Oh man, I correctly named Island. Doesn't really matter though, unfortunately, because I can only draw one card. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Just not enough for both of those. So I think what I'm meant to do is just discard Brainstorm and see what they do. Well, peering them right now just gives them a hand. Yeah, I want to do it all in one turn because I need the storm too. Am I dead? I don't know, probably, but there's like weird semi-outs I have, depending on how strong their hand is, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. All right. It's go time. I mean, obviously I think I'm probably dead, but... Alright, I'm done. But, I mean, this is better than having no shot. Don't you agree, chat? Like, if they let it resolve for God knows what reason, then I could Tendrils them out, but... You know, it didn't happen. Alright, given how they played, I think I'm gonna have these Sedgemoor Witches in my deck and not have Massacre in. Maybe have, like, a small number of forces. Maybe, like, 1. Monster Storm's not that appealing versus them if they're gonna play with Teferis and Norsets and shit, so maybe I should just... I think this is okay, actually, but... Norset Teferi Jace is not my favorite to play against. I agree. Resident Sweeper indeed. Resident Sweeper. Okay, this is fine. I left in exactly 1 force, and here it is. Here it is, chat. My opponent sided in back to basics, so I'm only going to fetch basics if I can afford it. Don't think I need the Brainstorm, but the defense grid is pretty good, actually, I think. That's bad, though. So far, don't have any fast mana for these peers, and I have 2 peers. I guess maybe I'll regret shuffling away that brainstorm. Right. I think I actually am going to cast this. I think I should just shuffle. Doesn't look very good. Ah, great. A third Pyramid is just exactly what I wanted. Oh, chat! Why do they travel in packs? It sucks. About to get blasted out of existence. Yeah, but I mean, I can't really let that resolve. Sucks. Now I'm just like 9,000% dead. Now I'm gonna play this and hope to draw Sedgemoor Witch, I think is my out. Yeah, I'm like 1,000% dead. Looks like we're headed towards another loss, chat. Oh, look at all these peer into the abyss, which are like complete nonsense here. I really don't think I have many outs. Even like Sedgemoor, which I think is too late by this point, probably. Because I should have left in the massacre. I just assumed after they didn't play any hate bears in game 2 that like also I think they should not even they should name massacre, I think, and not peer into the abyss. Alright. I'm done here. Sucks to suck, chat. Sucks to suck. I'm gonna take a few seconds after that loss. That was a little bit annoying, but you know, it happens. All the peer into the abysses really followed me around that game, which is unfortunate. How is everyone else doing on this Thursday? Doing well? Y'all doing well? Hope you're doing well. Alright, it took enough time. Now we're ready for a 4th match. The Wizards have a play-in game? That's cool. I don't really watch basketball. No, not really. I mean, I read what happens, but I don't really watch basketball, you know? Nice, 10. I'm glad to hear it. Also, I feel like my deck just dirtles too much and doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really do things fast or powerful, so, you know. I don't know how to solve those issues besides just like, I don't know. This is like a reluctant keep. If you draw any cantrip, this hand becomes a lot better. Mesa go. I guess that gives me a lot of insurance versus random BS, but... This is Ruby Storm? I guess it might be Ruby Storm. Or White-Red Painter, I guess. Alright, I'm just gonna fetch 2 basics here and cast Preordain because I want to set up to predict as well. Alright, I guess. I have to redraw one of the bad ones to do that, but... Like actual silence? No, this is just Painter. Sure. It's really weird, but I kind of respect it. It's fine. That doesn't really do anything. All right. That's not good. Yo, Eggy, level 999. Thank you for the 4 months Twitch Prime sub. I guess I'll play this out in case I need to hard cast Force, but really need cantrips or action or I don't know, something, I guess. Right. I think that's fine. I think what I want to stop are the painters, obviously, by this point. Oh, they didn't even go for it. Right. Just untap. It sucks. Just keep drawing like infinite lands. Perhaps I should have played that one just to get another swamp in case of a blood moon or something weird. Well, I'm not even losing to Delver right now, I'm just losing to other decks, right? I don't know, like... That's definitely possible, but... You know, I don't think that's the issue right now. The issue right now is just I'm losing. Because I think my deck is slow and dirtily. And like... I don't know how to fix it, I guess is the issue. Wow, my deck is really poorly set up for this too. Yeah, I understand the suggestion. It's just like, I think it's attacking the wrong problem. Alright, I think Pact is like kind of not great here. But you see how clunky this deck is? And you need a lot of your lands because you've built this predict engine into your deck as like a primary means of getting ahead. Yeah, I think maybe 1 or 2 Rain of Filth is good. But I don't know. I suspected that this deck would have these problems, but I don't know. I wanted to confirm for science, I guess. Yeah, keep. Really close to just finding going off with Pier. I can just put the Pact in my hand as pitch fodder. Then I'll draw the Swamp, then I'll draw the Brainstorm, which is basically how I want to do it anyways. Three, five, six. So one land and one pier, or 1 mana and 1 pier away from doing the thing I want to do, essentially, is what I'm saying. I think I kind of just have to do it. Otherwise I can just start vindicating my lands, which is not great. That's really bad too. Ugh. Alright, guess I'm Brainstorm locked too. I don't think they have the blast, otherwise they would have... I guess they might have the blast. Okay. I know I'm drawing 2 dead cards, which is pretty bad for my health, so I'm probably gonna lose. Did I side out solve the equation? I don't think I did. Sided out 2 Pact of Negation, which makes sense. Well, the issue is I'm already not finding my peer often enough, it feels like. I don't know. Or, like, I think the cantrips are the best part of this version so far, personally. Alright. I just want to draw Pier and try. Because I don't really have a better option. I don't know. Maybe they won't go for it for some reason, but this is not ideal. Yeah, but okay, Hate Industry. I'm playing this list because I was donated to play it by Marcus Ewald. It has not felt particularly strong, I'm not gonna lie. And you know, like sometimes that's how it is, right? Alright. I am gonna open a chest for Eggy just to see what's in the chest, but Plowlander? You a Plowlander fan, Eggy? And 20 play points, so it's like about average. And it's Spectacle Mage. So, I don't know. Cool chest. I remember when Plowlander was like actually played in Modern occasionally. Alright. I'm gonna try to walk off that loss. That loss was like didn't feel particularly close, to be quite fair. It feels like I just kind of got annihilated that match, you know? Yeah, I played with Plowlander and Standard for the Tron mirrors, mono green Tron mirrors, like Tooth and Nail Tron mirrors. It's like really good in those mirrors, obviously. Anyway, 1-3 again. Not great, but it confirmed my suspicions about this deck, which is I don't think it's great. But you know. So it goes with donation decks, you know? I don't know. This deck is like, if you really needed to go slower as a combo deck, this deck would be fine. But that's not what's going on here, I think, is the actual issue, you know? I think the last thing lands need is 4 Plowlander, to be fair. Long queue time for this last match, chat. A long queue time. Everyone's scared of me in the 1-3 bracket. That's what's going on. That's the only possible explanation. There's no other reasonable explanation for what's going on right now. Mono green post with Crimson Grip? Sounds like a fine matchup. They tuck my chains in when I pop up. Is that's what's going on? Alright. Canceling the queue to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back in 1 sec. Alright, rejoin the queue now. Maybe we'll get an opponent faster now. Hey, it worked, chat. Hey, it worked. My opponent's also 1-3. It's a 1-3 mirror match. Alright, this is fine. Obviously, like, there are things that this hand loses too, but... I wonder if I'm gonna just turn 1 brainstorm into turn 2 predict. I think I might, actually. Which is, like, kind of crazy, but... I think it might just be good. Something feels suspicious. Alright, I'm not gonna do it anymore. If they're not doing anything this turn, I think I'm just gonna play it slow as well. Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is EOT brainstorm, hopefully find a land and go from there. I hope they're not sneak and show. I'm getting sneak and show vibes again for some reason. Really feels like sneak and show. I don't know why. I guess it's rug. All right. So now I think I'm just brainstorming on step. Probably putting tendrils back. And I don't know what else. Maybe the pact, but it depends. I think I'm actually going to put a predict back. Okay. Found another predict. Alright, I think I'm just gonna try to predict them out now. So I'm gonna predict naming Peer into the Abyss. If they daze it, I don't care because I could just re-up during my upkeep. Okay, that's fine. They're not killing me, which is probably for the best. but alright, lands are good. Lands are really good, actually. Predict is in your cube? I've played a lot of cubes in my life. Most cubes do not have predict in it. Probably for a very good reason. I don't need that Tendrils. The lands are all actually really good. Like... Alright. I think I can just dig for like... I mean, my opponent's not killing me. They've cast literally just nothing that does anything, so we have a lot of time. One, two, three, four, five, six. I wish I knew what was in their hand. I have Pact, Force, Pitch, Pad. Wait, one, two. Can I just put the Force into my hand? Does that improve anything? No. I would have to wait a turn. Maybe waiting a turn's worth it because they're literally not doing anything. This is some sort of perverse draw go scenario. Sure. Okay. Alright, let's see what you got, opponent. I think you're probably dead. Alright, well, easy mode. Can his deck beat Veil? Well, if they let you draw your deck, you just force their Veil. I mean, this deck actually has a large number of counter spells in it. Especially the turn it's going off, right? Like, you have 4 forces for, Pact of Negation. "16 drills. Is that enough? Looks like it's enough this time. Or I have to wait for a program to respond. Alright, there we go. Alright. Don't really like these that much, and these are good. These are good. These are good. I don't really like Solve the Equation versus Daze decks because it's just so expensive, but it does... It's like okay, and I might side out one predict for the last duress, but it's kind of closer. I'm not going to, especially on the draw, but kind of close, you know. Yeah, I like Teferi's Realm Art. It's pretty good. Alright, come on, opponent. Give me round 5, game 2, opponent. We get some Jarvis claps in chat, some Jarvis merits, some Jarvis maths. Happy Thursday, y'all. And this is it. What's LFG? Always keeping. Sounds pretty good. Opponent's going to 5. They're probably looking for a force, but... I don't know, this deck is fun to play. I just think it's probably not optimized, or I'm bad at playing it. One of the two. Who can say for sure? Oh my gosh, my opponent's a turn 1 threat? Will I ever do? Right, oh. Definitely looking for... not those. This was actually an okay land to draw. They might have been mulling to a threat, actually, which also makes sense, you know? I don't like that, but it depends on how my hand shapes up, actually. This might be a natural tendril sort of game. I'm gonna just predict myself upkeep, naming the Pact of Negation, because like I don't really want it here. But obviously this is like a pretty good start for them. I'm under the gun pretty fast here. So upkeep, I'm going to predict name Pact of Negation. If they daze it or blast it or whatever, so be it. I think I want to save that for the critical turn. I think my plan is to... Well, I guess I see what they do, but I think potentially I could kill them in one turn, depending on what I draw. Probably has to be this turn as well. Ethereal Forager? Tarmogoyf, okay. I think they would like counterspell something, but they didn't. Ritual is 3, Petal is 4, Cabal is 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 7. I might... Wait. 2, 4, 7. That's not really enough. I guess I'll see what they do. Maybe they do something weird. Yo, what's up, Dougs? Good to see you. Yo, Dougs, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to work out if I can trick my opponent here, but it doesn't look like I can. So I guess what has to happen is need to find something else. Five, 6, 7. Wait, does that do it? Put Petal in my hand. Petal, 6, 7, packed my own Petal. Cabal? Yeah, that works. Nice. Wow. Okay. Just have to hold control for the second one. This is kind of a sick one. Don't need those pedals. And we beat them through a Stifle and an Oof. I mean, they went to 5 cards, but Stifle plus Oof is really, really, really hard to beat for this deck. That win feels like 3 wins. Ding. Didn't need to cast Pier, just needed to cast 10 spells in 1 turn the hard way. Pact of Negation was better than Forcible there. Alright. Also, let me open a chest for you, dogs. Or dudes. Ooh, Genesis Wave. This is a green card. And 35 play points. So, this is like Green Sun Zenith. This is like the biggest Green Sun Zenith ever. No, we didn't, but it was fun. Alright, well, 2-3 is fine. I mean, kind of thought this felt like a 3-2 deck. The problem is I think it dirtles a little too much, and I don't know how to fix that. I'm not thrilled about these Pact of Negations. I think they should be something else. Probably like... I'm not sure what else they should be. I don't think you need 4 Pact of Negation for sure. I think that's excessive. But, I don't know. The rest of the deck is kind of close. But I'm going to play more tomorrow morning as well. Getting kind of tired now myself. So, yeah. So I'm going to stop it here. But